Alright, so we've returned with another secret MILA quest video because we have a lot of brand new information, some that I will be presenting to you guys today and some that I will also be debunking today. If you notice right now, we are in level 5 because we're starting off diving right into this because there really is quite a bit that we need to go over. Now to sort of start things off, we need to come over here to the leaks channel in the main Discord server because we basically need to revisit this image right here. As you guys know, before Mariana Vale actually dropped, we didn't really know where this location was. The only thing that we knew was that it was 100% going to be in Mariana's Vale. If we take a really close look at this, the one thing that always stood out to us was the fact that there is a chalk outline on the floor with the evidence markers right next to it. Fast forward to the release of the update, and this is the location that we were looking at. Just obviously there was admin commands used, so they were kind of like floating in midair somewhere around here. The obvious thing missing here is the chalk outline on the floor as well as the evidence markers. The only real thing of relevance here is the ethereal prism rod, but obviously it's not exactly visible in the picture, so I don't exactly think that that has anything to do with this. If we make our way back to the image here, I've sort of sat here and studied this for probably like the last 45 minutes trying to really understand what message is being pushed across here, and I'll give you guys my quick theory before I go ahead and show you some other images that have been sent to me by you guys. So the part that I'm kind of curious about is whether the person that was taken out here was by MILA or if they sort of jumped from the catwalk that is directly above this. As a matter of fact, if we use our glider and come over here, we can actually make it up to that catwalk. And it's quite literally super simple. You just get on this spike over here, you turn to your right, use your glider, jump up here, and then just go ahead, get on the very tippy top and jump again and use your glider. Once you do that, you'll land on this ledge, walk all the way to the end, and there is the catwalk right there. All you got to do is just basically use this little corner to sort of propel you up, and you're good. You're basically all the way up top here. If we walk towards where this tree is and we sort of look down, this is exactly the spot where that chalk outline was. Now, I know I'm probably looking way too deep into this, but what I'm thinking is something along the lines of this. That's sort of what I have in mind. Now, I sort of wanted to open up the video with this because I'm not going to lie to you, for the last 45 minutes, this has been eating me alive. So I just wanted to go ahead and kind of get the message across. The following stuff that I'm going to show you guys is a little bit more relevant to the hunt right now, and basically things that have been found. Let's start off over here at Forsaken Shores. If you remember the last time that we were here, the MILA cat was sitting right on top of the counter with the merchant, and it had sort of like this paw particle effect that was coming off of it. Unfortunately, that is now completely gone. I don't know if that's unfortunate or if that's fortunate, but one thing is for sure, it is now completely gone. The only thing that does remain is the fact that the merchant is still called MILA. I've searched every single inch everywhere around this, even underneath the counter and everywhere. No signs of any hidden text or anything of that sort. And for the most part, I've sort of dissected all of Forsaken, including up in the cave, and still absolutely nothing. On the other hand, over here at Birch Cave's bunker, things have completely changed. First thing, the door has been finally added, but unfortunately, you cannot interact with this, nor can you type in the chat or pretty much do anything. All we know is that there's a door, a padlock, as well as claw marks on the floor. Aside from that, all around the entire room, there's sort of different things. We have the guitar over here, which is a dev rod, a couple of different hats that belong to different developers. You got Pluto down here, Noah, Kiwi, as well as 2 other devs. And then on this side, we have what is technically supposed to be Pluto's sword, but it's a completely different color. In case you aren't aware, the Rex Umbrerum is actually the developer rod that belongs to Pluto. But if you take a look at it, it is not that color. It is just a regular gray sword. Not 100% sure why that one's like that. Maybe they created a skin just for it. I don't know. But aside from that, the MILA boat picture has completely been updated as well. Not sure why that's the case. I looked over all of my old footage and I pretty much sat here for a while and looked at it. And at first I was kind of like, oh, I don't really get it. Like, why would they have needed to change it? And then I went ahead and got a closer look at it, where you can see in the background, there's actually little individual MILAs that are walking around on Birch Cave. This picture is actually taken right next to Birch Cave. The other picture was actually taken at Moosewood. So it looks like whoever these people are collectively came together, retook the picture in front of Birch Cave, and then in the background, there's these little MILAs that are walking on the island. There's a reason why I'm pointing that out, and it actually has to do with something that one of you guys sent me. If you take a look right here, this is a picture that was sent by one of you guys in my DMs, and it shows a user by the name of Jelly CXT, which if you aren't aware, Jelly is one of the QA staff members. What's interesting is that Jelly is using a rod that I have never seen before, and it's clearly themed after MILA. On top of that, they have a title that says MILA's family. And to the left-hand side, we see the MILA cat from the picture again. I don't fully understand what exactly is going on here or where that rod even comes from, because even myself as an admin, I don't know any information about this rod or the title or that little cat. Like, I'm clueless. Now, here's another image that I want to show you guys, because if you notice, the screenshot was taken on February 22nd on Saturday, which I believe was give or take like just as the update had dropped. I remember during my live stream, one of you mentioned in the chat that somebody pulled out a fish that had a mutation on it with paw prints. Sure enough, somebody took a picture of it and sent it to me through DMs, where you can clearly see that this fish right here, which I'm assuming is the long pike, has a MILA mutation on it. Now, ironically, of course, this person is a tester. The part that hurts my feelings is that the testers know about it and I don't. Like, bro, I want to know about this. This is cool. Now, jumping really quickly back over here to the Discord. If you guys remember this footage right here that was shared with us, I want to say maybe like a week ago or something, right before the update went live. This was the very first time that we actually got a close glimpse at inside of the bunker after the update, basically. And for the most part, everything looks the same. Kind of, not really. The writing on the wall is not there right now. Neither is the caution tapes or the body on the floor with the MILA cat on it. But a lot of you guys went ahead and spammed my DMs, of course, and told me that if you go ahead and shift lock and get up against the wall here, you can actually see the NPC all the way down there. So you can probably see it right all the way down there. Don't know exactly why it was left out there. But one thing is for sure, that is definitely it. You can see the scratch marks on the chest, and you can also see the cat sitting on top of the chest. The real question now is that outside of the map because something needs to be done to trigger it to move in here? Or was it just moved out there right after they did that whole entire recording and just left out there as kind of like a placeholder? We don't know. Now, aside from that, there also is like a bunch of other kind of like random things, right? You got a bunch of claw marks all over the entire room. There's this board right here, which is kind of interesting. We have Dr. Glimmerfin on the left-hand side. We have the Scylla logo right over here, the submarine on the very top, and then down here, what looks to be like a whale. If you notice, I just went ahead and equipped my Glimmerfin suit because that symbol is actually shown somewhere else, and it's on your Glimmerfin suit right on the arm. Why? I don't know, chat. I don't know, but I'm just losing my mind here, man. I've been doing this now for 3 hours. Anyways, after venting there for a second. So, aside from that, on the floor, we can clearly see that MILA was in here at some point. MILA went ahead and progressively started to make their way out of the door, with eventually them leaving the entire bunker. Once outside, the paw prints continue, and it's pretty much a cold trail after this point. I've searched around everywhere. There is no other paw prints anywhere around here, nor is there really any signs whatsoever of MILA. Now, if you guys notice, I went ahead and traveled over here to the oil rig because the building is sort of coming along. And if you notice at the very top now, there's a laser that's sort of pointed towards basically right here. This is pretty much the same exact laser that's at the top of Roslit's lighthouse, which basically opened up Mariana's veil. Aside from that, if you notice all the way over there, they sort of moved my NPC inside of this building, but it's not actually like accessible anymore. You can go ahead and come inside of here and sort of angle your camera to see him pretty well, either from here or by the outside. If you notice, he is right there. But the main reason why I decided to come back over here is because if you notice on the floor, there's an outline of this same exact patch. It's sort of like a whale, which honestly, I'm really starting to hope that this entire thing doesn't lead to my meme being a quest. I really, really hope that that's not the case, because if I have to catch a frost whale to complete this quest, I'm literally going to lose my mind. For the final thing that I'm going to show you guys, this is actually something very, very fresh, which I do want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers by the name of Xcross. He was the one that actually sent this to me. But as you can see right here, there is now a MILA Appreciation Club which interesting enough is owned by Kiwi, which if you weren't aware, that is the developer that is pretty much hyping up this entire quest. If we check out one of the other ranks here called MILA's Family, Pluto is even in here, which is one of the other developers that is also posting up a lot of the leaks inside of the leak channel. My question is that why is there 83 people in here and I haven't been invited? What is happening? Anyways, guys, this is the part of the video where I'm kind of going to break a lot of hearts, and it's basically the debunking portion. As you can see from the screenshot that I am pulling up on the screen right now above me, the day after Mariana's Veil dropped at 7:31 p.m., Kiwi sent me a DM that says, MILA's Rod, MILA's Boat, Mutation, and repeated the boat again, are not related to the leaks, FYI. Love the theories though. This part was a little bit heartbreaking to me because at this point I was so confused, where I basically replied with, what? So what's the reward? And the only thing that I got as a reply from that point was, you're not looking right. We've revealed more than enough in leaks. Chat, this is honestly a struggle right now. I don't know what's going on. I am actually pure confusion and I just want some answers, man. So let's just go ahead and hope and pray here that someone out there has an answer. And I hope that you guys went ahead and enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for all the support, man. We are on our way now to 410,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane. And I'm excited to see what this evolves into, and if maybe this video triggers Kiwi or Pluto to post up some more leaks, because obviously not a lot of traction is going on right now. I also at this point demand to know what the reward is. By the way, man, I hope that you guys went and enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Take care.